What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I have mixed feelings about the brother, Killer Mike. From what I know of him, first of all, I do believe he's done some really good activism work in Atlanta. He's a married black man. He does a lot of the things for the community, getting black-owned banks and investments. He's a thought leader that I really respect for about the brother. Some of the other things that I know about, and which I want to get into that. I mean, obviously, I believe he's a Democrat. I mean, he's one of those Negroes always talking about white supremacy and things like that, which is true, but in the way that he goes about it, that's something that's very different. In the city of Atlanta, he's a loudmouth, but certain things I've seen. But again, he's a brother that's about, the black community overall. I like him. He found himself arrested yesterday at the Grammys after winning some awards at the Grammys. He won 3 awards. But unfortunately, he was taken away from the crypto.com arena in handcuffs. That is him being taken away. Now, some folks say he got into a physical altercation with the security guards. That is why they're taking him out and things of that nature. But I have a question for those brothers who I feel like are lukewarm in the pro-black activism world. And that is, if racism, if white supremacy runs rampant, who owns the Grammys? Killer Mike. Who owns the Grammys? It's not black owned, is it? No, I do understand. He is an artist. He's in music. But again, why are you even there accepting an award for the people that you feel are oppressing and taking away from blacks? For example, if you were talking about who paints the picture of blacks negatively in the black community, almost every rapper is going to say, besides blacks themselves, there are other groups. Who runs the Grammys? Well, we're not represented in those awards. We need our own awards. Ain't that what he's talking about with his own bank? Right? Isn't that what he's doing? Because he's always talking about we need our own stuff. That's why he founded Greenwood Bank. 500,000 people are waiting for accounts in Greenwood Bank. Where's the Greenwood Music Awards? Because if I'm doing what he's doing, I'm saying, listen, there is no way I'm going to them awards. If I talk like him, if I think like him, it's not even possible. You won't even get an opportunity for me to even get into it with you because I'm not going to be there. Period. I'm not going to be there. Because why? I'm a pro-black. I won't accept awards like the Grammys, a Rhodes Scholar Award. No black person can accept that. I'm not even gonna be there. And this is me, I usually don't talk. That's why I'm in Africa. I'm extreme with what I believe. I don't mean wrong. I like certain award shows. I like the Super Bowl and things like that. And I like football, don't get me wrong. But when you're talking like this guy does, what you doing there, bro? You don't need to be there. Your ass needs to be somewhere at home. Okay? Now you're getting arrested because why? You shouldn't have been there in the first goddamn place. You should have been working on the community creating their own awards, accepting their own awards. Then that way you would have had position of authority over whoever you was getting into it with, and they would have knew better than to push your ass at your own award show. That's the truth. Because let me tell you something. Because your boy had an event the other day. I had an event. It was a few hundred people showed up. I was cutting the line in my own event. I was getting extra drinks. Why? It's my event. It's mine. What are you talking about? Of course I cut. And nobody there knew you better not take him out of his own shit at all. Don't do it. And that's what happens when you in somebody else's stuff. And black folk gotta realize that. You in somebody else's stuff. I don't care if you nominated or not. I'm gonna give you a great story. Brother LAR Movement. I was talking to him a few years back. Obviously, he came and saw me about 3 months ago. I had a great time here in Uganda. At the time, I had a website, which is now defunct. And the website was called the negromanosphere.com. That was the name of the site. Now, after having that site, there was another site that was doing better than us, which was called Return of Kings. I found myself always comparing our site to the Return of Kings. So with the Return of Kings, they had a guy over there by the name of Roosh V. Donovan Sharp was also over there writing. That's how I found him via Obsidian. And so I found myself talking to LAR Movement one night. I said, LAR, let me ask you something, bro. You know, our blog is not like Return of Kings. You know, I'm seeing they're getting a lot of views and visitors. We are not. What's the problem? You know what he told me? He said, you're worried about the wrong thing. First of all, you're not Return of Kings. Those guys are white. You're not Return of Kings. Second of all, it's yours. So you can grow it to whatever level. It's not impossible to grow it to what you want it to be. I said, uh-oh. He's talking now. He's preaching. He said, what? I can grow it to whatever I want it to be? He said, yes. I said, you know what? That right there kept me on the move about doing things in the black world. And I'm a living testimony that if you focus on what you're supposed to do and stop focusing on what other groups got going on and do what you got to do, you can build it to whatever level you want to build it to if you focus on your own stuff. See, the problem is with so many of us blacks, you see, we lukewarm. We straddling the fence. On one end, we want to end white supremacy. On another end, we want to be out there with the same people and be in bed with the Democrats and all them kind of folk when it suits us, when we get an award. And then there you go, you get into altercation at their event. Now your ass leave in handcuffs. Bet you would never happen at the Source Awards if you had it, or the BET Awards if you had it. See, and black folks got to stop straddling the fence. We straddle the fence entirely too much. And Killer Mike, and we all are hypocritical, but I think he straddles the fence a lot more than he needs to. Based on what I hear him talk about, he should never accept a Grammy Award. Okay? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Scratch the bell. We're out.